Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Happy December. We are in December, which means I have on my Spyro Christmas jumper, of course. So in today's video we are just going to be talking about things for gifts for Christmas for gamers. So I did one of these videos last year, and I will say this video won't be that much different to last year's one. So there will be two of these, but I'm doing another one anyway. It's the one time of year I get to do a Christmas video, so enjoy my lovely tree that I've got up in the room, and let's jump straight into the video. And we are going to start with consoles. So I've got a plethora of consoles here in front of me, so just get the beast out of the way first. But Steam Deck, of course, there you go, you can see me reflection. So if you want to play Steam games, then of course I recommend the Steam Deck. It's also brilliant for if you want to do things computer wise as well, because it is a computer as well as a game console. I also have a case on this one. As you can see, it doesn't quite fit properly, and that is because I have a skin on my console. But I also wanted a case for it because it actually makes it really good to hold. So I will link the case down below for this. But I've had my Steam Deck over a year now, I'm pretty sure, and it's brilliant. I play it every day. I will say that for me personally, I have found games run a lot better on it than on a Switch. Plus games come to this earlier. So I do have a video on my channel on, well, a couple of videos on the Steam Deck, so if you would like to check them out, please head to the channel. There's lots of videos on it. I don't want to go on about it too much in this video, but let me just put it back down. Don't break it. Right, so next, Switch. So we have the Switch 2. Let me just get mine. Okay, Switch 2. Of course we have, and I mean, if you know, cost okay, then yes, it's a good console to get. But I do think it goes on age, because I think for older kids this would be a good console, or for, you know, for someone a bit older. But personally, if you're looking at a console for maybe younger children in the family, I personally would recommend a Switch Lite. So obviously this is one of the basic models, and it is much cheaper. It cannot be docked, it is handheld only, which is why the price is cheaper. But if you have very young kids, I think this is the console to go for. I think it's sturdy. I mean, I haven't tested it, but I think if a kid dropped it, I don't think it would be terrible. So for young kids, because you know, kids can get into gaming at any age, so I would recommend a Switch Lite. And nowadays you can pick them up with like Animal Crossing. You can get bundles, but for budget as well, it's very good, because I think it's like £120 now you can pick one up for, and they're sturdy, really sturdy. It's one I would recommend. So yes, obviously the Switch, there are loads of different versions. Again, I have videos on my channel of all of them. You can go check out. I also have them comparing with the Steam Deck as well, if that's something you want to look into. And then I want to get a bit retro consoles, because I know, well, I mean, I love my collection, but I know a lot more people now are going into more retro consoles, and so I have a few here. So I have a Nintendo DS Lite. I'm so sorry about the lighting, it's quite bright, but the Nintendo DS Lite, and this one I've had a long time, because I think it's, you know, I mean, I know people say these are aged and everything, but I think letting kids see the games we grew up with, there's nothing wrong with those games, and I think it's a really good entry. Also, these are like bricks. I don't think anyone's going to break them, so they're good for younger people as well. So there's a DS Lite, and then I also have, again, this one I've had years, is the 3DS. So a bit bigger, and I'm not sure about in America, but in the UK, if you go into CEX, quite often you can find these, but you can also find all the DS games and 3DS games for relatively cheap. unless you're looking at like Pokemon, and then especially box, they can be anywhere from like 40 to 120 pounds. So the consoles can be cheaper. I would say these go for sort of 80 to 100 pounds depending. I will say the DS Lite, I found they are available on Vinted, and I am seeing them for about £40, which is brilliant. So again, really cheap console. Tend to also find them in games as well for a relative good price. And again, there's loads of games. There's like the old Mario Karts and old Mario games. Definitely recommend. I also have, this is I got myself last year, but this is a 2DS, and I've actually got a extender on it, just to make it easier for me to hold it. Sorry. Just open up. So obviously this is quite a lot bigger, this one. But I'm playing all my old Pokemon games on that. I'm playing Pokemon White version on that at the moment, one of my favourite games. And then I also have PS Vita and the PSP. Both, well, look how very chunky the PSP is in comparison to the Vita. But these are brilliant. Old Sony games. Well, for me personally, the Vita I had first. I didn't have the PSP, but the Vita is actually where I started playing Persona, and I played Persona 4 Golden. It was my first Persona game played on this. There's also an Uncharted game on this. There's the Persona games. Loads of my IPs available. But these are brilliant. I love these. These are a bit more expensive though. But I got this one in CEX again, and I got it for like £80, I think. I just wanted to relive my childhood by having one of these again. So, and the PSP I got on Vinted. As always, I mean, because as you can see, it's in such good condition. There's no scratches on it. The disc part stays closed properly and everything. It's such a brilliant place to look. And, you know, personally, I don't care about if a console's used. I mean, obviously, if it's like cracked and everything, then sure. But it is a good place to look, especially if you have more of a budget. But as I said, people are getting back into retro gaming now. So this is just what I personally recommend. So if you're going to be buying anything, then the next thing I'm going to recommend is you get some screen protectors for any of it really, you know, because you drop it, you've got a screen protector, it's brilliant. I always get the tempered glass ones. You can see tempered. They're never that expensive. I got 2 for £8, I'm pretty sure this was. But I use these on everything, and it has saved a few of my things when they've accidentally been knocked, and then it's just simply cracked the screen protector. And I will say, these tempered glass ones, it takes a lot to knock them and enough to crack them. They are really good, even though they are a little bit more expensive than just the plastic ones. I would say these are much better, and always worth getting one and putting it on day one, as I always do whenever I'm getting a console. I always buy the screen protector either before I get it or the same day, if I can find one in a store. But usually I just pick these up on Amazon, because it's the best place I have found them. I don't have many stores near me that sell them, but definitely the tempered glass ones are the ones I recommend. If it's something you are interested in, you can of course get some thumb grips, and you can get these for most consoles. I will say, if you want ones for your either the Switch 2 or the Steam Deck, you will need to look for the ones that say they're for PS5 controllers, and also the PS5 controller ones, because the Switch OLED and the Switch Lite, the thumb grips, these thumb grips that fit them, they won't fit those consoles because they have bigger joysticks. So I will say that you will need the bigger thumb grips, so look for the PS5 ones that say they're for PS5, if that is what you're looking for. So next is controllers, and so I have loads of controllers. So I have this one that has a star pattern on it, and it does light up as well. This one I use not as much as I used to, but that is partly because I actually have the Switch 2 Pro controller, and so if I'm playing on the Switch, this is my go-to controller, because it's just the fact that it turns on straight away as well. This was the first time I got a Pro controller. I love it. It's so comfy to hold, it's so responsive, it's brilliant. I have got some thumb grips on this one, but if I'm playing PC, then I like, let me grab it, this one. So this one is the PXN, and it says the model is 9607X. But this one is really, really soft. It's like almost like velvety, satiny kind of feel. A bit rubbery as well, but it's brilliant. It's really responsive. It's really quick to plug it in and turn it on, but it's very, very soft. Gotta put it back. I have to keep the desk tidy. So yes, again, I will just show you some more thumb grips. I have some Zelda themed ones, and you can pick the thumb grips up anywhere: Amazon, eBay, Etsy. You can look on Etsy for them. Just do a Google search and you will get results. So next, just going to talk about games, so give me a sec. So here we go. These are my game shelf. Honestly, I just didn't want to take them all off. Being lazy. But quite honestly, I mean, not just to show off my shelves again, but I have a lot of stuff, so I may as well show you guys, because you might see something and think, I know someone who will want that. I am in the light. But there's all my old consoles down there. But got my other switches up there, boxes up there, all my Karumi figures are up there, and then there's a bunch of the First for Figures as well, the light up ones, and then also amiibos, which I've got some here as well, which are brilliant because you can use them in different games, and they will do different things depending, and then figures down there. So yes, but that's just my games. We got GameCube, got the Animal Crossing, which I need to get back to playing, Wii games, Wii U games, got some DS, I've got my Japanese PSP games, and got Reach It. Best game ever. The first Mario game I ever played. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that brick. I'll put that back. Yes. And then obviously I've got PlayStation 5 games, but they are downstairs with the PlayStation at the moment. But yeah, so there's that. So that is everything. I want to say thank you all so much for watching. I do apologise for the delays in uploads that I've been doing this year. Like I said, this video is very similar to my last year's one because quite honestly, the things I recommend, I think they're brilliant, and I'll probably recommend them every year. I'm very simple. But thank you all so much for watching. I do apologise for the delays in uploads at the moment. I've been having some work done in the house, so I do apologise I wasn't able to film whilst it was going on. If I don't do another video before Christmas, I hope everyone has happy holidays and enjoys the new year. Let me know down below, what are you hoping to get for Christmas, or what are you getting someone in your life for Christmas? Let me know. I'd love to talk to you guys about this. I hope this video has been helpful, and I will see you all in our next video. So bye for now.